This video is for those people that intend going into farming. This procedure that I'm showing is for starting your seedling, and it's the same way they do it everywhere. You that is doing large scale farming, you are doing small scale farming. It's the same way they do it, the same way they plant. So first thing, you get your seed tray. This is your seed tray. You get seed tray that the holes are a little bit big, something like this, or something a little bit bigger than this. You get seed trays like this. Then you get cocoa pit, you get potting mix. This potting mix here, and you have cocoa pit in here. This cocoa pit in here. So do I mix now? If I should mix 1 liter of cocoa pit, I'm mixing 1.5 liter of potting mix. Why am I doing it like that? Because I want my cocoa pit and potting mix to retain moisture for my plants. Some people mix it differently. That way they tend to start watering their plants every time. But the way I mix it, if the weather is not too hot, I don't bother watering my plant. So let's dive into it. So this is how you put your cocoa pit and your potting mix that you've already mixed inside your seed tray. You put a little bit of hole, just like this. Then you put your seeds inside. One seed. Does not have to be 2 seed. 1 seed. The one that will germinate, you see that is germinating. The one that is not germinating, you see that is not germinating. If you like to put 2, but for me, I put 1 seed because that one I will know that I'm not wasting because I'm doing business. So after putting the seed, you cover it up with a fresh layer of mixed cocoa pit and potting mix. Then you water your plants. Mind you, if you are planting tomatoes and you're not planting pepper, people tend to use red phos because tomatoes is quickly affected by fungi. So people tend to use red phos so that they can start prepping that seed in preparation for the soil that will enter later, because most time our soil have fungi. So that's why people use red phos from the beginning. But pepper don't really need you to start using all those stuff because pepper does not quickly get affected by fungi. So after this whole stage, you take your cocoa pit and pot, your seed tray there, you've already done everything inside. You mix your cocoa pit, put your seed, everything inside. You take it to a well ventilized place that you can plant. Most people build greenhouse for their seedlings. This way they use it to prevent anything like pests that will enter where the seedlings are, because these seedlings, they are easy target for pests. Something can just come and eat your mini seedlings that are just coming out, eat everything. Snail will come, do their own, other stuff will come. But when you put it in a place that is conducive, not hot, not too cold, you have good sunlight, you will see that within 6 to 7 days you are already having germination on your seedlings. Then fast forward to 2 weeks. By 2 weeks, you notice that your plants have already started bringing your plant have already had about 4 true leaves. Now 4 true leaves, how do we know true leaves? When your seedlings newly come out from the soil, or cocoa pit and potting mix rather, they bring out a leaf. That first leaf is not a true leaf. That's just the germination leaves that's coming out. After those first 2 leaves that come out, there are other leaves that will be coming out. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. now making all the leaves in your plant to become 6. Now you remove that first 2, there are other 4 leaves in your plant. Even if your plant is small, your plant is not big, in as much as it has that 4 leaves there, then you can come in with this guy. This Agrovat 2020. Agrovat is used to boost your plant, because there's one thing I've not explained. The reason why we use cocoa peat and potting mix is because cocoa peat and potting mix does not carry any nutrients. And why we do not use the soil carries nutrients. And in as much as the soil carries nutrients, it carries also bacteria that can harm the plant, because seedlings are very tender. Some bacteria can harm the plant, so bacteria will not allow the plant to grow. Then some soil, you will see that they will be bringing out small grass. Small grass, they won't allow that seed that you plant to come out. Instead, small grass will just be coming out from those soil. But when you use cocoa peat and potting mix, you will not experience any of those issues. Instead, your plant will just come out on its own, because it's not battling with anything inside this place. So this is the nutrient. This is where nutrient comes in. This Agrovat 2020, NPK 2020. So there's a measure for it. For your 16 liters of water, when you mix it, you spray your plant in the morning, you spray your plant in the evening. The next day, you won't spray your plant with Agrovat. You will spray the next day water, morning and evening. That is if the soil, or if the cocoa peat and potting mix is not moist enough. Some people see that this place is moist, yet they still spray it, hereby making the plant, the roots, to suffer from overclogging of water. When your plant have too much water on its root, it tend to die, because it's being stressed, it's having too much water. When it does not have enough water, it also dry off. That one is easily recognizable, because you will just notice that your plant, the leaf will just start burning. So you just give it water, but it's not good to stress your plants for water. So you give it the Agrovat 2020, you spray, and you will notice that within a week, the rate at which your plant will grow, your pepper will grow, it will look like magic. It will grow very well and very fast. So that's it for today on how to grow your seedlings. This is a typical example of what I am explaining. This is how it will look like. This is cocoa peat and potting mix. This is pepper seedlings. Yeah, if you look, you see some tiny space. These are where the leaves that have been coming out from it, these are where they came out from. So that's it for today. On our next episode, we'll bring you how to prepare your land, prepare your farm. If you can do it small, you can eventually do it big. Doing it big is having more labor, putting more practice. There are so many things that go into farming. There are so many things that go into farming. There are things that a lot of people won't tell you, but for this class, we are just doing how to plant your seedlings. As we go, we'll be telling you more on what to do and what not to do when you're planting. Have a nice day, guys. Please don't forget to follow if you find this video helpful. We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much to all the people that have been there on this TikTok account from day one. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much and have a nice day.